Hey everyone, so in today's video, I'm going to go over the top 10 questions that most people ask me when they're turning 65 or going onto Medicare for the first time, and also if they're already on Medicare. My name is Brian Monahan. My phone number is on the screen. If you're turning 65 or going on Medicare in the next 3 months, you might want to give me a call and we can go over what I usually go over that's in this chart that you see on the screen. Today, I'm not going to go over certain numbers in this chart, but I just want to tell you that most of my videos have this chart where I explain to you how much you're going to pay for your Medicare card, plus your Medicare supplement plan, plus your drug plan and vision, dental, and hearing, and so forth. I also compare the Medicare Advantage Plan, as you see on the screen, to the Plan G, Plan N, and so forth. Those videos are going to be at the end of this video in the top corners of the screen. You can just click on that and watch one of those videos, and I promise you that you will learn more from one of these 10 or 15-minute videos than any book or any website that you see out there. So let's jump into the questions. And these are really good because I hear the same questions over and over again from people who contact me, which is fine. It's not weird. A lot of times they say, oh, this might sound like a weird question. As they say, no question's a weird question. It's just I hear the same ones over and over again, so I wanted to address a few of them or 10 of them. So one of the things is once somebody goes over the different plans with me, they say, well, what happens if I don't like the company? Well, there's a couple things. Most of the time, if not 99% of the time, someone chooses a Plan G or a Plan N with me, no matter what company it may be. A lot of people tell me, oh, I saw some of your videos and you seem to like AARP, or you seem to like Aetna the best, or you seem to like Plan G or Plan N. That is not true. I don't like one specific company better than the others. I am a broker. I try to get you the best deal with the best company for one of these plans. But if you don't like the company, you can always switch companies. But that hardly ever happens, especially in the first year. Usually down the road, a couple years later, people want to save money. And I'll go over that when I speak to you if I do. But that doesn't usually happen in the first year. If you get a Plan G or a Plan N, 99% of my clients are happy. So moving on. What if I move to another state? Well, there's two different things. If you get a Plan G or a Plan N and you move to a different state, you can keep that company and keep that plan and pay what that state's payment is. I also have people that move and it's more expensive in that state and they keep their old address, or maybe it's at their mother's place. I'm not saying that's legal or whatever. I have no idea, but that's what they do. So there's no problem. You don't lose coverage. If you move to another state, you can stay in that plan and keep what you have. One of the biggest questions that people have is they always ask about underwriting, especially when someone's turning 65 or going on to Medicare for the first time. Underwriting seems like a scary word. It is not. I have hundreds and hundreds, if not more than 1,000 clients that tend to switch every couple years their plan. Usually about every 3 years is the average. And most of them pass underwriting. Now, underwriting is basically just questions. You don't have to take a blood test. From what I see, unless there's something major, they don't contact your doctor or anything like that. They just ask you the questions, and it's usually the same 12 questions, and they might have sub-questions. So some of these questions, I'm going to look at my other chart over here, but some of these questions are, have you had cancer in the last 3 years? Have you had a heart attack? Most of it is within the last 3 to 5 years. In the last 5 years, have you had a heart attack, stroke, cancer, COPD, these major things? People always ask me, well, I say, how's your health? And they say, well, I have high blood pressure. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, you and the rest of the world. I mean, high blood pressure, cholesterol, you're taking levothyroxine for your thyroid. These tons of people are doing this, and it's not going to keep you out of getting another company. Underwriting is not going to ding you for this, as they say. So underwriting shouldn't be a scary word, but it is, and everybody asks that question. But I would not let it scare you. I mean, when you get on a Plan G or a Plan N, if one of these major things happen to you, you're not going to worry about underwriting because they're going to cover so much that you're going to love the fact that you're not paying $1 million out of pocket. They're covering everything. All right. Another question is, how do I get paid, or how do other agents get paid? We get paid through the companies. Now, some people say, well, what is it, why should we go with a broker? Why should we whatever? Well, the one thing is you get two different people. You get the company and you get a broker like myself that's going to help you. If any of you have ever tried to call a company and get a simple answer about something, you might wait on hold, you might do all this stuff. It's a pain in the neck. A broker can help you with that. Also, you're going to want to keep a broker, and I say broker agent as if they're the same thing. Some people say, oh, they're different. A broker meaning you have multiple different companies. You're going to be able to contact this person every year and ask them, hey, what else is out there? Am I on the right plan? Can you help me with my drug plan? I'm taking a new drug. These are all things that a broker should be helping you with. And that's why you get a broker. And as far as the payment, it does not come out of your pocket. It comes from the companies. Me, myself, I don't care what company you go with or what plan that you go with. I always tell people in 2024, 25, there's only two plans that I'm putting people on, and that's G and N. I'm not doing Medicare Advantage plans at all. I have in the past. I'm not doing one, not even one. And in some of my other videos, you'll see why. All right, so how can I pay a zero premium for a plan? Now, this could be a Medicare Advantage plan or this could be a drug plan. I'll go over the drug plan because I have zero premium plans. Once again, I explain all of this in my videos, some of my other videos that have these charts. So there's a zero premium drug plan. Sometimes it's 50 cents out there. People say, how can they make any money? Well, here's the thing. Number one, if it's zero premium and they charge you next to nothing if you have tier 1 drugs. If you have tier 3 brand drugs, then you're going to pay a deductible first, and then you're going to most likely pay a deductible first, and then you're going to have to pay co-payments when you go to your pharmacy. So they're probably not making a boatload of money on this. Possibly, you can leave your comments in the comments section. But what they're going to do is they're going to up that zero premium to $3, $4, maybe even $8 next year. And they're going to hope that you like the plan, and they're going to up it. And if they have 1 million people in the plan, they go from 0 or 50 cents, times 8 million or a million to $8 times 8 million. Now they're making $8 million a month. That's how insurance companies tend to make their money with those increases. I do not see that plan increasing that much, but you never know. All right. I kind of addressed this. You seem to like AARP the best, or you seem to like the G plan the best. I don't know. I made videos about AARP. They're very popular because AARP holds, I think it's 30% of the market share for Medicare supplement plans. That does not make them the best company. That does not mean I dislike them or like them the most. It goes by what zip code someone's in and their age and so forth. Now, as far as companies go, I have many different companies that I have clients on, and I try to get them the best plan at the lowest rate, and that's where it comes out. Some states, like let's just say New York, for instance, I have a ton of clients on AARP or United Healthcare because they kind of own the market there. But for some reason, this is one of, even if you look at Google, it's one of the most searchable things is AARP or United Healthcare. And so they're not one of my favorites, meaning I don't have favorites companies. Now, of course, some have better customer service than others, which I like, but I try not to make a judgment call for that when I'm reviewing people's plans and so forth. So do I use them a lot? Yes. Plan G, same thing. Plan G and N, I like them exactly the same. Sometimes for some people, if they're not going to the doctors that much, I might say you might want to take a look at Plan N. You're going to save a lot of money. I go over that in my other videos. Plan G, for some people, they say, I don't want any problems. I just want to pay one premium and I don't want to even think about copays. Then that's for them. I love both of these plans the same. Probably in the years to come, it'll be a 50-50 split on what people get, whether it's G or N. So it's not, I seem to like one thing more than the next, but that's not true. Okay. My local agent is pushing Medicare Advantage plans. Why? Well, it's one word, commission. That's what I think. Basically, a lot of people, or 50% of the population on there is on Medicare Advantage plans. And the commission is way more, believe it or not. Medicare Advantage plans can be zero premium, and have a commission of, I don't even want to go over commissions, but they can have a commission that's twice the amount as the Plan G or the Plan N. That's going to cost you $150 or $200 a month. I mean, it's really crazy how that works. It kind of almost doesn't make sense. But the reason being is there's subsidies given by the government for those plans, the Medicare Advantage. There's not subsidies for the Plan G or Plan N. But in my world, I don't worry about the commissions. I've said this. I'm not trying to act like I'm some, Mr. Holy Man. But when you start worrying about commissions with your clients is when you start making bad moves for your clients, your reputation goes down. I get calls all the time, and I've been doing this for 17 years. I get calls all the time that says, I called you because I had a local guy come out and he was pushing. He made me uncomfortable. He was sitting at my kitchen table, and I just wanted to talk to you. You seemed real. I want to know, give me the scoop on these things. I don't trust this guy. And basically through my videos and for what I say on the phone, they can understand that, look, I'm giving you the raw data and what really goes on out there. And so that's the zero premium. They get subsidies from the government when it comes to Advantage plans. Now, the drug plan, there's a zero premium drug plan out there, and I say this to everyone. My mom's on that plan. And the reason being is because she takes 2 tier 1 drugs. Doesn't cost that much. The plan is not bad. If she was to get on a expensive drug, it would still cover it most likely. But she would have to pay a high deductible. But why put someone in a plan that costs $25 a month when they can go to the drugstore and get their drugs for $1 and get on a zero premium plan? So I explained how they do that, but that plan is not bad. Okay, number 8. What would you give your mother or someone in your family as far as a plan? Everyone in my family is on a Plan G or a Plan N. Now, different companies. The company is not. It doesn't matter what company they're on. For different people, it would be different companies because they live in different states. But I don't give anyone a Medicare Advantage plan because I know Plan G or Plan N, I'm never going to get any complaints or have them say, I wanted to go to a specific doctor and I couldn't go, or I had to have this procedure and the plan wouldn't let me do it or wouldn't pay for it and all that other stuff. That doesn't happen with Plan G or Plan N 99% of the time. I don't want to say 100 because that could get me in trouble, but I don't hear it. My family members are happy. They're all on Plan G or Plan N, different companies, and they live in different states. All right. What perks can you get with Plan G or Plan N? You get 0 perks. That's the point. You are paying for the best medical coverage in the country. Even this, the Medicare A and B with a Plan G and a good drug plan is better coverage than most people. It's better coverage than I have. It's better coverage than I have for my family because I have to pay out of pocket. And it's good coverage, but there's nothing better than this. You can go anywhere in the country that accepts Medicare. I've had people that have had strokes, heart attacks, $1 million bills that were paid entirely. So they paid nothing multiple times over the years. So you don't get the perks. You're not going to get this stuff that I show on the screen down here, like the U card and the Flex card and the free gym membership and the free dental. You're not going to get that with Plan G and Plan N most of the time, or never. You're not going to get these Flex cards and these food cards, but you get the best medical coverage, and that's what this is about. It's not about perks. It's not about little trinkets. It's about, can I go to the best doctor, the best hospital without networks and get the best coverage? And last but not least, of course, number 10, how can we trust you? Well, I always tell people, you have to trust the agent or the broker that you're going with. If you don't, then what's the point? The point of this is not for people that 2 months prior to their 65th birthday to start researching Medicare, even if it's 6 months prior. When you have people that have been in the business for 10, 15, 20 years, they've seen things over and over again that it's just experience. You can't possibly get that with research in 3 or 6 months. I'm licensed in 48 states. So there's all sorts of different things in different states, but I've seen mostly everything from like I said, triple bypasses and strokes and all sorts of bad things, cancers, of course. And so with this experience, I don't take that very lightly. I don't think many agents that have been around for 15, 20 years do take that lightly because they know their reputation is more to them than the money. Anyone who's been around 15 years doing this is making enough money, unless they're greedy. They're doing well. They don't need to lie to people. If they do, something's wrong, and their name recognition is going to go down. But as far as trust is concerned, you have to find a broker that you trust and that is giving you the real data and the real information. And there's a lot of them out there. I've seen them, really good agents. So how can we trust you? I say, listen, number one, if I wanted to make a ton of money, I would just do what a lot of agents do and just try to stick them on Medicare Advantage plans and make those bonuses and so forth. And number two, you can sense it with people. I mean, the information is out there. So when brokers give you information, if you find something different, you know who you can trust and who you can't. So I hope this video helped. Please click on the videos at the top of the screen. A lot of my videos, I have one video that has over 500,000 views that people really seem to like. I'll put it up there. But a lot of these videos, I give you data and I tell you how much hospital is going to cost, how much the doctors, the ambulance, all these things. So click on another video. Thanks so much for watching this one, and I'll see you at the next one.